Hi everyone, it's Haley with Scrappy Gidget, and I am back with a video. It's been a long time since I posted. Life got really crazy. Bunch of family health stuff. My husband and I went on our honeymoon earlier this year. Just lots and lots of craziness happening. So, as I'm sure you guys are also preparing for the upcoming holiday season, so am I. And there's nothing that got me more excited to get back on track with everything than the release of the 2019 PopSugar Reading Challenge. Yay, I'm very excited. Just an update on how 2018 is going. As you know, I have this layout in my book somewhere. Here we are, with the list of the 2018 Reading Challenge prompts from PopSugar, and I taped, using washi tape, the insert so that I could reference the prompts really easily. And then here's my bookshelf, and actually about one or two more of these are going to get filled in. So yeah, it's not the whole list, but let me tell you something. I'm very, very impressed and excited with my progress so far. I should be finishing this book right now. This is a book about feminism, and we're going to leave that at that. My next one for that list is The Haunting of Hill House. This is a Netflix series, and actually I had no idea that the original book itself was made into a movie. I don't remember how long ago, but my husband informed me that it sounded just like The Haunting. But there is a TV show on Netflix that's became really popular. So, and then after that, I'm going to start my book in a series that I started, which will be the part 2 of the Romanoff family from Helen Rappaport. This is specifically about the Romanov sisters, the daughters of the last Tsar of Russia. And the first book of that was The Last Days of the Romanovs, The Tragedy at Yekaterinburg. And if you haven't read that, I highly recommend it. It was really well written and very informative in terms of all the political history with Russia. And I really thoroughly enjoyed reading it. So, as I mentioned, what happened was finally 2019 PopSugar Reading Challenge was released, and I got so excited. So this last weekend, I forced myself to sit down, and you can see I have not filled in my pages. Here's my October calendar. It was pretty much left unfinished, and I made a fall bucket list, which I have completed some of those items on there. And then basically had left it at that, and then life was crazy. So what ended up happening was I went ahead and started with the remaining days, or my weekly pages, for the month of November, since it is almost over. This is covering Thanksgiving week and then the last week, and then we're into December. So I left this page blank rather than writing out and drawing out the monthly calendar for December. I have printed an insert that I'm going to go ahead and put up here, paste up here, and then that way I'll have some extra lines and space for doodling or for lists, whatever space that I need. So then the next page is Christmas plans, and I broke it into 2 sections. I think these are going to kind of be like my fall bucket list. There's like a winter wish list, things that I want to make sure I get done. And then I have here a list of all the people that I need to buy Christmas presents for. Then I thought it would be really exciting. I saw this mood tracker, and if I can find a link, I'll put it below. But the original one was actually a polar bear, and I loved the design. I thought it was very playful, but I associate polar bears with January. I know that sounds really silly, but I do. So I wanted to change the polar bear into a reindeer. So I added antlers, and I colored him in to make him brown like a reindeer. And it was after the fact, after I decided to change him from a polar bear to a reindeer, that I realized I probably should have colored his nose red. But what are you going to do? thoughts for next year for sure. I did like doing the sleeping log before, so I rewrote that. If you remember, if you go back to my older videos, the February sleep log was really difficult for me because I would get confused. I had 7 p.m. to 4 p.m. the following day, and granted, yeah, there were a few days where like I took a nap or I was sick, you can tell here, but frankly, I kept getting confused, so I would start highlighting, oh yeah, I slept from noon to 9. Like, no, that's not the situation. So, what I did for this sleep log was I only did it from 9 p.m., which is usually the earliest I ever typically go to bed, until 10 o'clock the following day. I probably will make some sort of indicator either in this column here where there's blank space or after if I end up taking a nap or there's something wonky going on with my sleep schedule. But I drew these little characters over here, and I'm going to go back over them with a darker marker and fill them in and color them. But there's a gingerbread and a donut and a cupcake and some candy canes. And since it's December, I put at the top, the children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced through their heads. How appropriate is that? I just thought it was super cute, so that's what I did for that. Now, I had a layout previously in November that I used sort of this geometric design for my weekly layout, as you can see right here, and I really liked it. I hadn't really used any of the extra stuff that I was putting in for the weeks, so the reason this is now washi is because I ripped it out to get the design because I didn't want to keep flipping back and forth. Anyways, so I used that design to inspire my December weeks. This is going to be a water tracker because I think that's really important. It's something I need to definitely work on, and hopefully that'll keep me on track. So, again, this is the first week, second week of December. Third week of December, I made it a little shorter because I wanted Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which are two of the busier days. I wanted that to have more space. And so there's also space down here for notes or other doodles or drawings, and Santa Claus and his presents. So, then, of course, because it's not 2019 in my journal yet, I had to make one last page for the remaining week of December. And again, I just sort of made this design, tried to try out something different. And then here we are with January of 2019. And we're to our 2019 PopSugar Reading Challenge tracker page. So excited! I don't think you realize how excited I am. So these books are for the prompts that are just the 40 books that are part of the regular prompt section. And on the second page, it's the advanced reading list. And you can see it there. Now, this is the one that I printed out, but I got overtly zealous and excited, and I tried to glue the pages together using Elmer's wet glue, and of course it didn't work out very well, and I didn't like it. It didn't come out the way that first one came out, so I'm going to try it again. Maybe I'll just print front and back on a thicker piece of paper. But anyways, I have some coffee teacups here with some shading, Mrs. Potts and Chip, and just a cat. But there we go. So, nothing to motivate a book nerd more than the new reading challenge and needing to finish out the bullet journals for the rest of the year. I hope you are as excited as I am. Oh, I did add the food to try healthy page. Again, I haven't really done a whole lot with those recipes either. Excuse me. You can tell there's been a couple of them, and I have videos. I know I have a video for the tuna boats, but I don't have one, I don't think, for the chickpea snacks. Anyways, I might just leave these ones back here for reference and flip back and forth. But here's my new list tracker for new recipes to try. There's Snow White and a little hot cocoa cup or a teacup up there. And I think, yep, that's it. So, like I said, super excited. And because I hadn't stayed updated, I still have a lot of pages left in this bullet journal. So I'm just going to keep using that and using the back for my vocabulary tracker. Thank you guys so much for checking it out and being a nerd just like me. I hope you guys are as excited as this new reading challenge is. And have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Bye!